Hey guys, welcome back to the first ever running of the Happy Farms Farm Build Competition. 12 teams are competing to win the title for the best farm builder in Farming Simulator 22. Let's take a quick look at the bracket. 4 teams get a bye in the first round. Farming Sim SWU has the #1 overall seed based on what the judges thought, so he gets a bye in round 1. Fieldman Farming, Caleb, and Blake also get a bye. They are all one step closer to the championship. Moving into the round of 16 here, we have Farmer Dan versus Tristan's Farm. That's going to be a fun one to watch as they both are excellent farm builders. And moving down the left side here, we have Critical Nathan versus Kenneth. Both of these guys have a ton of experience, so it should be a fun one as well. Moving over to the right side of your bracket, you got the Moore brothers. They're battling out to see which brother is the better builder. That should be fun to watch as they're both really competitive. And last but not least, we have SAS Gamer versus Fearsome Rhino 2. Both of their farms are spectacular. Now that we have met the competitors, let's take a look at the rules. The rules are pretty simple here. You have to build a farm, it can be on any map, and everyone needs a flyover presenting the farm, kind of showing it off, and all mods have to be public. So you can't use any private mods to get an advantage. So those are the only 3 rules I really have in this competition. Failure to comply with these rules docks them 10% points. Let's talk about the voting system. In each round after the video gets uploaded, I will set up community polls on my YouTube channel where people can vote. The team with the most votes moves on to the next round. After further ado, let's see some of these farm builds. Now let's get into the first matchup in the competition. We've got Farmer Dan versus Tristan's Farm. Let's take a look at Farmer Dan's farm first.
I hoped we were gonna make it. He promised we would find the time, dreaming for eternity, creating perfect memories. Yeah, we hoped we were gonna make it. Little did I know that time would take us to a place where love could grow, but in a different way.
Alright, thanks Farmer Dan. Let's take a look at Tristan's farm now.
Bigger than they'd say. Now looking at you keep me going back to those days. Capable of keeping track of how many nights could pass. Cheap hotels and driving fast, and the radio playing our soundtrack. Broken love, tequila and bluegrass. Evenings just like movie scenes along the roads in Tennessee. Dreaming of where we could be from the back of your dad's red truck. Those days we were invincible. Splitting up would be unthinkable. Though at times it made me cynical, I wouldn't change a single thing. 'Cause you gave me you keep me going back to those days. Incapable of keeping track of how many nights could pass. Cheap motels and driving fast, and the radio playing our soundtrack. Broken love, tequila and bluegrass. Evenings just like movie scenes along the roads in Tennessee. Dreaming of what we could be from the back of your dad's red, from the back of your dad's red truck.
I tell you what, this is going to be harder than I thought. Both of these farms are fantastic and I can't wait to see who moves on. Let's move on to the next matchup here. We've got Critical Nathan versus Kenneth. Here's a look at Nathan's farm. Thanks, Nathan. Let's take a look at his competitor, Kenneth. Thanks, Kenneth, and good luck to both of you. I don't know about you guys, but so far this competition is tight. Anyone could win the championship at this moment, but it's up to you. Head over to the community page and vote for your favorite farm builds. And now for the matchup you've all been waiting for, the Moore brothers. Both of these guys are super competitive, so it should be a good one. Oh boy, this is a good matchup. I can't wait to see who you guys pick in the polls. It's a toss-up for sure. Both farms are extremely good. If you think you have the skills to build a top-tier farm, keep your eyes open because I will be doing another competition soon. I will post a Google form in a community post. It's first come first serve, so you must sign up fast. For our last matchup of the day, we have SAS Gamer versus Fearsome Rhino 2. Both of them have plenty of experience building farms, and I can't wait to check them out.
To know, surrender to the grief. Nobody needs to know, let go. We're staring dress up the shit inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Trauma in every cell. No wonder why we dwell. Medicine don't stand a chance as we dance. Lay down, bend or give in. I'll take your skin. Naked among them sins. Let go of what has been. Make it all glow. Dress up the shit inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Now let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. Be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. Be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out and make it all glow. Dress up the shit inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Now let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. Be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. I said, be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out.
In round 1, we saw some pretty epic farms, and I asked my community to vote for the farm they think should move on to the round of 8. 4 people had to go home, and the results were mind-blowing. Kenneth, Farmer Dan, More Farmer, and SAS Gamer were all eliminated from the competition. So with 4 people eliminated, that brings us to the round of 8. The frontrunner of the competition has been Fearsome Rhino 2 with an outstanding 562 votes. But we have yet to see the favorites like Farming Sim SWU and Fieldman Farming. Can they match up against Fearsome Rhino 2? We will find out today. Alright, let's get right into today's matchups. First off, we have Farming Sim SWU versus Tristan's Farm. Take it away, Chris.
Alright, welcome to the Socks Way Up farm. You can see here we, right off the road, put the house down, and the idea or the thought process there was that that'd be the cheapest way to get electricity going to the house instead of running it back to the back of the property. Try to add a good amount of detail around the house, you know, a little bench there, a little place for firewood. This little light here with the wagon wheel looks pretty sweet. And then on the back side, we got a little place for, you know, the kids to play. A little sitting area and some storage. Some nice trees, sunflower fields look awesome. Some trees back here. Old school truck as well. And we got over here a tractor and a little flower bed. Thought that was pretty sweet with the windmill. And just a little bit of equipment here on the ground and just some clutter for detail. Got a little work shed here, some tractors in it, another barn, some bins here, there. Yeah, and then the cow farm, or the cow barn here. Just kind of the thought process here as we go pretty high up here in the air was building out as they went, right? They started with the house and they got this first barn here, added this other shed, this other barn, the silos, and got all the way back where they decided they wanted cows and placed them down there. But then naturally keeping as much of the field as possible, but having a little bit of living space was kind of the thought process there. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a top tier farm, but I love it. I think it's pretty sweet. It fits the vibe I was going for. The inspiration that I had was my property that I live on and some of the old pictures that I've seen from it. Just going for like a compact farmyard here and living area, and then utilizing as much of the fields as possible to have crops.
Thanks, Chris, and good luck. Now let's take another look at Tristan's farm. I tell you what, this competition is heating up. Both of these farms are really well built, and I'm excited to see who you guys think will move on. On to the second matchup of the day, we have Critical Nathan versus Fieldman Farming. Gosh, another good matchup here. Two beautiful farms. And moving on to the other side of your bracket here, we have Caleb versus Alex Moore. And I know you guys are ready for this one. Our last matchup of the day, we have your front runner, Fearsome Rhino 2, versus the number 4 seed, Blake.
Well, I went for a more of a row crop type farm is what I was going for. I decided I didn't want to go for a cattle. I came close to going for a cattle, but I think we also got what we needed. So I'll just go through the farm real quickly. You have, of course, up top, you have your actual main farmhouse, which is perfectly beside the road where it's the most beautiful thing, of course, on the farm. And then going down, you have more of a gradient. You have your main shop area where you will be doing your main of your work on your equipment. You have your grain bin set up over there. Any of your grain, everything like that, your grain dryer, that's the GSI grain bin set up. And pretty much going down here, lower down at the bottom, you have your storage, your cold storage area. Any and all storage that you need is pretty much down here. Your diesel aisle there, and then you have your, one would be your fertilizer, one would be your herbicide containers to make sure you're not getting those confused. And yeah, it's a pretty simple farm, but I think it's definitely effective, especially on this map. I definitely do love the gradients that happen on this map. Like, I couldn't ask for any better of a farm really to be built.
We are down to the final 4. Farming Sim SWU, Nathan, Caleb, and Fearsome Rhino 2 all advanced to the final 4. Who will move on to the championship? We will find out today. Before we get into today's matchups here, I would like to give a big thanks to everyone that has taken the time to vote. We have been seeing some fantastic numbers on the polls. Keep it up. Alright, for the first matchup of the day, we have Farming Sim SWU versus Nathan. Take it away, Chris. wait to see who moves on to the next round, guys. Be sure to head over to my community page and vote on your favorite farms. And for the last matchup of the day, we have Caleb versus Fearsome Rhino 2. We have made it to the championship round. Who will win the championship? We will find out today. Both Fearsome Rhino 2 and Farming Sim SWU blew away their competition in the polls, easily making their way into the championship. Let's go through each of their farms one last time before crowning a champion. This is the moment you all have been waiting for. 2 teams, 1 champion. Who is it going to be? We're going to find out now. Fearsome Rhino 2 versus Farming Sim SWU. With 65% of the votes, the champion of the first ever farm build competition is Farming Sim SWU. Congratulations, Chris. You have earned the title the best farm builder in Farm Sim. Thanks everyone for watching. If you would like me to host another farm build competition, please comment Farm Build Competition 2.0 down in the comments. And with that, I will see you guys later. Thanks, guys.